Fleet Commander Zorb stood on the bridge of the Galactic Dominion's flagship, Inevitable Victory, gazing at the small, blue-green dot on the screen, Earth. How pitiful, he sneered, tentacles twitching with contempt. How laughably primitive. A junior officer slithered forward, Lieutenant Mick, datapad in hand. Initial scans complete, Commander. The species calls itself human. Rudimentary space travel, basic weapons, almost no planetary defenses. Zorb's gelatinous body rippled in satisfaction. Weapons? He asked, amused. Nuclear fission, some fusion. A few energy-based systems. Nothing that could even tickle our quantum shields, Mick replied smugly. The bridge filled with snickers. Science Officer Pell chimed in, nearly choking on his laughter. They're still using radio waves for communication. No quantum processors, no neural links, no thought transmission, Mick added. Silicon-based computing, if you can believe it. Zorb settled back in his command chair, smugness oozing from his pores. Perfect. We'll have this rock subdued before the Supreme Council's annual digestive purge. But then Strategic Officer Drell hesitated. Sir, one anomaly. Our scouts discovered a material. Zorb's eye stalks narrowed. Explain. It's called duct tape. An adhesive strip they use for repairs. Everything from spacecraft to clothing. The bridge erupted in roaring alien laughter. Sticky strips. What's next, rubber bands and wishes? Zorb mocked. They also have something called WD-40. Spray it on things that move but shouldn't. Duct tape goes on things that don't move but should. The laughter intensified. Even Zorb slapped the console, sending ripples through his torso. These apes repair life support systems with arts and craft supplies. But then, his amusement turned serious. Record this for the invasion log. Let it be known the Galactic Dominion faced the most hilariously underdeveloped civilization yet. We will collect these primitive tools before wiping them out. Scout Mission, Earth. Scout Leader Graz was assigned a simple task: land undetected, collect human repair tech, and return. Easy. Target, hardware store. Region, Minnesota, said Navigator Jix. Landing behind the store cloaked, the team moved silently. Cruel, the security officer, bypassed primitive locks in seconds. Too easy, Graz muttered. Inside, their night vision implants illuminated shelves upon shelves of crude tools. They actually use physical tools to manipulate their environment, said Traz in disbelief. Focus, Graz snapped. Find the duct tape. They did. And they froze. What in the name of the Supreme Council, Graz whispered. An entire aisle, duct tape in every color, size, and pattern imaginable. They use it for everything, Traz reported. Fixing vehicles, sealing pipes, waterproofing, costume making, even creating armor. Even more disturbing. Humans shared online videos about new uses for duct tape, life hacks, they called them. Collect everything. And grab the super glue and zip ties too, Graz ordered, growing uneasy. As they exited, none noticed the security camera blinking in the corner. Back on the flagship. Fleet Commander Zorb examined the collected materials with distaste. So this is the mighty duct tape, he mocked. Primitive polymer, rubber-based adhesive. Surprisingly strong, though, said Science Officer Pell. Can it withstand plasma fire? It degrades at body heat, Pell replied, unimpressed. Perfect. Begin the invasion in 12 hours. Standard conquest protocol. But then, alarm sounded. Commander. Humans are mobilizing. Impossible. Our cloaking is flawless. Sir, global military bases are activating. And, you need to see this. Earth responds. The main screen lit up. A human news broadcast played. Breaking, mysterious burglaries at hardware stores. Duct tape, WD-40 stolen. Footage shows, aliens. The US president stepped forward on screen. To the beings watching us, we see you. You mocked our tools, but you will soon fear them. Duct tape, WD-40, cable ties, these are the symbols of our resilience. Prepare to face the force of human ingenuity. Zorb stared, stunned. How did they detect us? Commander, shouted Brim. Unidentified objects launching from Earth. Hundreds. They're bypassing our targeting systems. Fire. The Dominion fleet fired indiscriminately, many targets were destroyed, but too many slipped through. They're adapting to our firing patterns. Then came impact. They're sticking to our ships, using duct tape, sir, cried Klex. That's impossible. But reports came flooding in, hull breaches, system sabotage, small autonomous bots made of scrap, but shockingly effective. The bots were hijacking Dominion tech. How is this happening? Zorb screamed. We have dimensional weaponry. A new human transmission came through. This time, a general. Alien fleet, we warned you. You mocked duct tape. That was your first mistake. Your second was thinking we hadn't noticed you. And your third. He leaned forward. Was underestimating MacGyver-level problem solving. You've just triggered Operation MacGyver. The screen cut. Sir, Brim whispered, they're disabling our weapons, converting them to target us. The turning point. Throughout the Dominion fleet, chaos erupted. Ships were being overtaken not by brute force, but with sabotage, rewiring, and, horrifyingly, zip ties and epoxy. They're turning our own ships against us. They built an army, from junk. Zorb, now trembling, slumped into his command chair. Retreat, initiate emergency dimensional fold. Sir, Pell said quietly, they've sealed the fold drives, with duct tape. Zorb let out a final, defeated sigh. This wasn't conquest. This was an ambush. The last thing he saw before the lights went out was a crude message, welded to the bridge wall in twisted metal. Never underestimate Earth. Title **. Zorb, fleet commander of the Galactic Dominion, stared at the view screen in disbelief. His sleek warships were being overwhelmed, not by plasma cannons or EMP blasts, but by small Earth-made devices that clung to hulls like barnacles. These weren't weapons. They were primitive constructs made of metal scraps, plastic wheels, and, was that adhesive tape? This is impossible, he growled. Disable it. Disable it now. Around him, his crew scrambled in panic. Ships were losing power. Internal systems were shorting. Duct tape and some substance humans called Gorilla Glue had clogged ventilation systems and shorted out their advanced circuitry. All ships prepare for emergency quantum jump. Zorb barked. Sir, we can't, his officer shouted back. Quantum drives are offline. They've been glued. A cold realization settled over Zorb. For the first time in his long career, he felt fear. The Dominion had faced rebels, black holes, and rogue AI. But never this, never duct tape warfare. Operation MacGyver, activated. On Earth, Dr. Maya Patel stood before a camera in a makeshift lab surrounded by alien parts. Her team worked furiously behind her, repurposing Dominion tech into something human. To the commander of the invading fleet, she began, voice calm yet steel-edged. I'm Dr. Maya Patel. For decades, we've been preparing. You're not the first to visit Earth, just the first foolish enough to invade it. She held up a roll of duct tape. You laugh. But this saved Apollo 13. Patched holes in the ISS, built battlefield tech. It's not fancy. It's effective. While you focused on complexity, we focused on adaptability. Repurposed warfare. Across the Dominion fleet, small human-built robots infiltrated ship systems. They weren't elegant. They were rough. Taped together. But they worked. They rerouted power. Short-circuited defense arrays. Converted gravitic drives to run on repurposed Earth batteries. They exploited what the Dominion never considered: maintenance hatches, unused ports, vent shafts. "They're reconfiguring our ships," a shocked Dominion officer reported. "With duct tape and oil spray." Zorb couldn't believe it, until he watched one of their ships, Quantum Fury, power up, under human control. The message. "Your options are simple," Dr. Patel's transmission resumed. "Surrender or be duct-taped into submission." Back aboard Zorb's flagship, chaos ruled. Power flickered. Alarms blared. Hull breaches were reported. Antimatter containment was failing. And in the heart of the ship, a robot, Unit 47, cheerfully informed them. "I've optimized your power systems for human use. Your containment systems are stable. Just, no longer yours." Zorb sat, stunned. Everything they believed, shattered. Human philosophy, simplicity wins. Dr. Patel explained it all in her final message. Earth's tech wasn't elegant, but it was resilient. When Dominion tech failed, they needed rare parts and specialist engineers. When Earth tech failed, they used zip ties and tried again. Complexity made Dominion tech fragile. Human ingenuity made theirs flexible. "We're installing a Trojan horse in your systems," Patel warned. "Any future attack on Earth? Your systems will fail. Not through force, through simplicity. We've hidden it where your complex tech will never see it. Because sometimes, the best tech is invisible." Aftermath, a shift in power. 2 weeks later, at Dominion High Command, Zorb delivered his report. "You expect me to believe we lost to tape?" the Supreme Leader asked. "No," Zorb replied. "We lost to adaptability. To ingenuity. To humans." The room was silent. Until Vrax finally said, "Then perhaps we should learn from them. And bring back this duct tape for study." As Zorb left, he pulled a small silver roll from his pouch, the same tape that defeated the most advanced fleet in 3 quadrants. He now understood something terrifying and profound: simplicity wasn't weakness. It was strength. And from now on, no one would underestimate Earth again. Tagline ****. If you can't fix it with duct tape, you're not using enough duct tape. ***. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail prompt, title ideas, or AI image prompts based on this version.